All right. News today. White House refuses to deny plans to halt future civilian ammo sales from Lake City plant. So this has been bubbling in the background since late June, but let's find out what this is all about. Now, recently it came to light this letter. Let's jump to this article first. So, what came to light was this plan, allegedly, by the administration to restrict ammo supplies or restrict ammo production, basically. So, last week the Federalist reported that the White House was prepared to shut down the Lake City ammo plant. This is owned by the federal government, operated by Winchester. Factory is one of the largest producers of M855 SS109, the most popular caliber for the AR-15 Scary weapon, and plant also sells XM855, XM193, and is responsible for more than 30% of the nation's 5.56 ammo. So I guess this has just been a rumor or alleged to be going on, and no one would, of course, really say anything. The current administration won't deny that they're going to do this. They won't confirm that they're going to do it either, but they certainly won't deny this, which probably means they are. But then this letter got written, and I have to say, I think that these members of Congress maybe know something we don't. So let's read this letter. Has recently come to our attention, the United States Army is considering an unusual decision to ban the commercial production of certain types of 5.56 millimeter caliber ammunition produced by the government-owned contractor-operated Lake City Army Ammunition Plant. Lake City produces a significant portion of this type of 5.56 ammo for the commercial market. Now, having the ability to produce this product for commercial sale allows the operating contractor, Winchester, to maintain capacity and keep the facility at a high state of readiness at no cost to the government. This ensures the Army is ready to ramp up production in the event of a national emergency. Now, fortunately, we live in completely peaceful times. There is no violence occurring in the world. There's no war anymore. Certainly, nothing untoward is happening in Europe and in any sort of countries that may be adjacent to the Black Sea. So, we can ask, do we really even need this ammo plant? I'm not sure that we do, right? That's probably the logic that's being employed by the president as we speak. Now, not only will this decision have significant negative consequences for the workforce, that's translated as layoffs, but it will compromise Army readiness by further delaying deployment of the Army's next generation squad weapon. Look, we don't need modern weapons. Come on. If we've learned anything recently, we've learned that modern weapons don't have any advantage over older weapons, and they're not game changers. They don't have a significant impact that could allow a smaller force to, say, stand up against a overwhelmingly larger force. So again, absolutely no need for modern weapons or modern ammunition. Now, specifically, this decision will result in the immediate termination up to 500 highly skilled employees. That does seem to be a slight negative, and undermine the facility's ability to hire and retain the skilled workforce needed to carry out the contract with the Department of Defense. Well, I'm sure we don't really need this contract. We don't need modern weapons and ammunition, given the peaceful nature of everything in the world right now. Yeah. Additionally, the decision will exacerbate an already serious shortage of ammunition in the commercial market. Now, let's be honest, the administration doesn't care about that at all. Severely limiting the available 5.56 ammo, which is most popularly used in modern sporting rifles. You know that they don't use that term either. They will obviously use the scary rifle term. And this blatantly infringes on the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution by limiting law-abiding gun owners' ability to legally purchase or use lawful semi-automatic rifles. Now, I don't know if it actually limits the ability for people to purchase lawful rifles, but it may impact the ability to use them if we suddenly cut off a significant portion of the ammo supply. And how much was that portion again? Well, let's just see. That was responsible for more than 30% of the nation's 5.56 ammo. So let's just get rid of over 30% of the supply. That seems to be what they're going with here. Okay. Now, here's an interesting little bit at the end. Finally, production of commercial ammo returns dollars back to the government for infrastructure projects at the facility. Now, that seems good. So the government gets a little money back from this, and this money gets reinvested into the facility to make sure that we always have a modern, cutting-edge facility that is able to produce ammunition in case of any kind of emergency. That seems like a good thing in theory to have, but obviously this administration is not buying that given the peaceful nature of the world. Now, prohibiting the contractor's ability to produce commercial ammo would have a negative impact on both Lake City and the Army ammo base, industrial base budget. Okay, so that seems like maybe that's a slight negative if we start impacting the Army budget, the Army's ammo budget. But again, look, I mean, do they really need to practice? Probably not. I mean, we could just put them in a simulator or something, and it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, we could, we just give them some stones or something they can throw at each other. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, really. Like, again, we don't need modern weapons. We've learned that recently. Ultimately, this will result in increased costs for taxpayers at a time when inflation has hit every part of the economy, including the cost and availability of ammo. Now, we know the administration doesn't care about inflation or the cost and availability of anything right now. So, I mean, they can't even get baby formula, nor do they really care about it all that much. It's not a priority for them. Insert vice presidential cackling here. So, yeah. We urge you, as these Congress people, urge you to immediately end consideration of this action, which we view as a backdoor attempt to bypass Congress and ban legal and highly popular commercial ammo and certain rifles used by law-abiding Americans across the country. And I'll just scroll through here so you can see the members of Congress that actually had a little bit of honor and integrity with regards to this. And hopefully your member of Congress is listed here. I can see one of mine, so that's a good thing. I don't agree with my member of Congress on everything, but I agree with my member of Congress on this. At least not shooting ourselves in the foot. This is really what this boils down to. This is the current administration deciding that they want to cut off their nose to spite their face. And that's what it boils down to. Remember, 30% of the current ammunition. And of course, this is one of those things where we can't confirm that they are going to do this, but they also refuse to deny that they're going to do this, which, given the current administration, is pretty much an admittal that they're going to try and do this. All right, I hope you enjoyed the story. I know I certainly didn't, but I thought it was important to get out there and for you to know about it. And again, you have one way to impact this, and that is essentially to make sure you're participating in our government and that your congressperson is aware that you do not support things like this. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below, share, and subscribe this so we can get this information out to more people. And I'll see you with the next story.